I mean, companies go out of business because they run out of money, and a lot of times they raise a bunch of money and then they have never had that much money in their life. Like they suddenly raise $1 or $2 million seed round and they think, oh, awesome, right? And then they kind of get a little bit lazy sometimes. Like they think, oh, this is great. I raised a great seed round. It'll be smooth sailing from here. I can, 12 to 18 months out, I'll raise my Series A. But they don't realize, like, it's actually harder now that you have this money. There's more at stake. There's more on the table, higher expectations. And so the reality hits when, 6 months down the line, their metrics haven't really changed that much, or they've grown a little bit. And then they start to, maybe if they're thinking that early, they start to have those Series A conversations, and they're in for a rude awakening when they realize, oh, I wasn't such hot shit because I raised that round. Like, so did everybody else. So definitely seen a lot of companies after that 12 to 18 months after they raise their round, it looks pretty ugly. And I think companies, there's always a risk of raising too much money. Yeah, I definitely believe that. And there's always the downside of raising too little money. But I think going back to what Ryan mentioned, and a lot of people, I certainly believe this, is you really should be focusing on running a business that doesn't need venture capital. Like that to me is most attractive. If you can run a
bootstrapped businesses that bootstrapped businesses.
Yeah, I mean, I think there have been great successes of investors investing in companies that are just consumer based. Monetization maybe is not quite there. With fintech companies, especially right now, probably most of them are not making money yet. But I think there's a reason why we want to invest in companies that have a very clear revenue model that can make money from day one. Because in the long run, with all these different factors that are happening in outside of our control, namely, say, this election uncertainty, and everyone says it's harder and harder to raise money, you want to have that stable business as much as you can so that you can weather those tough times.
Do you think it's going to be harder to raise funds? Because it does seem like the stock market went up instead of going down. We had this weird moment where it looked like everything was going to crash 10%, and then all of a sudden everything went up, modestly. There seems to be some thinking that, for all the crazy, wacky statements Trump has said, at the end of the day, he's going to cut taxes, pour money into the economy, put us more in debt, but do these big infrastructure projects. So there'll be more money put into the system, and that maybe he's not telling the truth about how insane he'll be with free trade and, cutting off China. Will you be able to raise your next fund? Will it be easier or harder, do you think? The next 500 fund?
I mean, I feel like with funds or companies, it's always harder and harder and harder to raise money. So it may be harder to raise money from certain sources.
Got it.
So the channels may change. I mean, I hate to comment on whether it's going to really suck or it's going to be a little bit better or it's not going to be that different. But it's hard regardless. And
right.
I think for companies, definitely just brace yourself for that. Fundraising is hard because it's hard.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Like I would hate to think that the channels that have grown to this, and are available to founders now are going to cut off.
Visit designcrowd.com/twist and save up to $100 on your design project. If you don't know, designcrowd.com is a place where it's a marketplace, and you put up what you want to design, and a bunch of designers go compete and build you a great logo, designs for your website, etc. And they've got over 500,000 registered designers from around the world. It works really simple. You post a brief, hey, here is what I'm looking for, and you'll receive 60 to 100 different designs or more. And you then provide feedback, and you get changes, so you can go back and forth, and then you select the best design and approve payment to that designer. And if this all sounds scary, like, oh my God, I've never done it before, don't worry, there's a money-back guarantee, and I did it for my website, calacanis.com, and for $500, we received over 350 designs. I'm not sure you're going to receive 350. I did tweet it, so maybe you'll receive 60 to 100, but it was amazing. We got a ton of great icons and illustrations and portraits and bulldogs. You can go see it if you go do a search over there. And you can help me select the winning design by voting at designcrowd.com/twist. Their other clients include Harvard Business School, the old HBS, Virgin, HTC, Absolute Vodka, Amnesty International, which was my first job out of school, and over 100,000 other small businesses. So here's your call to action, everybody. Go to designcrowd.com/twist and save up to $100 on your design project. Give it a shot. You're going to love it. I guarantee it. Designcrowd.com/twist, and you'll get $100 off. I guarantee it, but I don't have to guarantee it because they guarantee it. It's got a money back guarantee. Design Crowd, it works. It's awesome. Go ahead and visit at Design Crowd. Oh, go ahead and follow them on Twitter too, at Design Crowd. Okay.